Hello everyone, my name is Ray and I am so excited to be teaching this animal flow sequence with you guys over the next couple weeks. Animal flow has truly changed my life in so many ways. It's really enabled me to do the sports that I love without injury and enabled me to have a much faster recovery and overall just make me feel like a total badass. So I'm so excited to be sharing this movement practice with all of you. If you are brand new to Animal Flow and have never done anything like it before, I highly recommend going to the first 2 classes that I made prior to this. We're including them into this program. I essentially go over the vocabulary from A to Z of all of the basic moves that you need to know in order to be able to do the next few sequences. So if you don't do those, these next classes are going to be a little bit confusing and really not beneficial. So highly recommend going to those classes. Even if you would like a review, I go in detail of every single move. We don't necessarily do a flow, but we just go through every move, and then from there we can kind of get the benefits of the next few classes moving forward. So if you've done Animal Flow, welcome in. I'm so excited to be your coach over the next few weeks. This flow and these sequences, they're going to start off easy and we're going to progressively work our way and get a little bit harder and harder as we move on. And the moves are going to get a little bit more advanced. So most of the moves are what we call level 1 moves. And then tomorrow or the next flow, the next sequence, we're going to do level 2 and move on from there. The way that the flows work, typically we're going to do wrist mobilizations, meaning we're going to stretch out our wrists because we will be on the floor a lot. And then we're going to do a little bit of a warm-up. The warm-ups typically kind of mirror or foreshadow what the flows are going to look like. And then we're going to go straight into the flow. I'm going to describe to you step by step what the flow is, and then we're going to pick up the speed as we go and as the class progresses. I'll usually do the flow on one side and then we'll do it on the other, meaning we'll do it primarily on our left side and then we'll switch to our right. But this flow specifically is pretty symmetrical, so we don't necessarily need to do that with this one, but moving forward, most of them will be like that. All right, let's go ahead and get started. I'm so excited. So let's go ahead and start warming up our wrists. Let's bring our hands together. If you watch my other videos or did any of my other Animal Flow sequences, you've seen me do this. Again, I highly recommend that you do this throughout your day. You continue to just stretch your wrists when you wake up, before you go to bed. Such an easy when you're driving. And I'm going to kind of go through it pretty quick because I don't want to take too much time here, but definitely pause the video if you have a little bit more sensitive wrists. Pause the video and take a little bit more time needed. Go ahead and switch directions. Now here, I never want you to feel a point of pain. If you feel any pain at any point, you want to stay shy of that spot and just go a little bit shy from that pain point. Beautiful. Let's go ahead and take our wrists as if they're kissing, or we have 2 magnetic bracelets here. We're going to go ahead and roll our pinky finger, 1 finger at a time, our ring, middle, pointer, thumb, and come on in. Again, here, kind of do what feels good. If moving a little bit of your elbows kind of feels organic, go ahead and honor that. Awesome. Let's go ahead and flip directions. So now thumb, pointer, middle, ring, and pinky. I am currently filming this in Indonesia in the Mentawais on a beautiful tropical island, so you might hear a lot of birds, you might hear the waves crashing, maybe some of the island dogs will come in. Can never predict what's going to happen, but so stoked to be sharing this with you guys here. Awesome. Go ahead and bring your hands together, bring your elbows out. We're going to do a little bit of the wave. You're going to bring one wrist, pinky coming down. Amazing. Go ahead and flip the direction. Beautiful. We're going to place our hands onto the mat with our palms facing the ground. or you can just rock back and forth. If you feel free to go in circles, again, listen to your body. Never to a point of pain, but you want to get a good stretch. Awesome. Now go ahead and flip your hands. So now your palms are facing up. Go ahead and rock back and forth, side to side, perhaps in circles. Amazing. Now let's go ahead and take our hands, again, palms facing the floor now. Our fingers are pointed towards each other. We're just going to rock side to side. Awesome. If at any point your hands get tired, you need a little bit of a break, this is called wrist relief. Go ahead and honor your body, pause the video, take your time, stretch out your wrists. I myself sometimes need a little bit of a wrist break too, but as you continue to do this practice, your wrists are going to gain so much strength, and so it might be a little bit intense in the beginning, but I promise as we continue, they build a tolerance and they actually get a lot stronger. Let's go ahead and get started on our warm-up. So we're going to go ahead and do some side kick throughs. So if you remember, we're going to go ahead and set beast. We're going to do a little bit of a spot check here. Are my hands shoulder width apart? Yep, check. Great. Are my knees about hip width apart? Perfect. Check. Are my elbows corkscrewed onto the ground? Meaning that the eye of the elbow is facing that way, facing forward. All right, that's looking good. Cool. Last but not least, is my belly button, if I were to draw a line from my belly button to the floor, would it intersect with my knees? Perfect. Looks like I'm good. So I'm going to go ahead and set beast. Neutral head. Now I'm going to go ahead and call out a right leg side kick through. That means I'm going to bring my right leg underneath my body into my side, and I'm going to kick through. Again, quick little reminder, a few things to note here. Toes pointed. My knee is pointed this way, right? It's a side kick through. My knee is pointed to the side, meaning I'm not pointed forward or pointed up. My knee is rotated this way. My leg is about a 90-degree angle from my body. My hand is almost like brushing my face. I like to think of my middle fingertip can meet at the corner of my eye, similar to as if I were to pull a bow and arrow. My chest is out proud. I'm not slouching, and my leg is lifted off the ground. I just placed it down so I could talk. And we're going to go ahead and come back into beast. So I'm going to say return into beast. I'm going to go on my toes here, right, because this is our gas pedal. I'm going to say come back to beast. Now I'm going to say left leg side kick through. We're going to do the exact same thing, but on the left side. So my leg is pointed strong. Nice. Come back to beast. Right leg side kick through. Awesome. Come back to beast. Left leg side kick through. Beautiful. Return to beast. Awesome. One quick thing I want to note here, your core should be engaged the entire time. I want it to feel as if someone's about to punch you in the stomach and you have that feeling, that flex. That's what I want you to have here. Or another good way to think of it is as if you had a wet towel and you're trying to wring out the water. When you're twisting, that's the amount of core engagement I want to be present there. So we're going to do a little bit another round of it, but we're going to do jumping from side to side. So keep that in mind with your core, thinking as if you're of a towel and you want to wring it out. So let's go ahead. We're going to do jumping side kick through. So if we remember, essentially, you can go ahead and just watch me here first. I'm going to go ahead and do a right leg side kick through. And I'm going to jump into left leg side kick through. That means at one point, both my feet are going to be in the air and I just switch them. So jump to left leg side kick through. Jump to right leg side kick through. Awesome. So if you're not already, come go ahead and join me. Let's go ahead and set beast. Set beast. Right leg side kick through, just a normal one. The first one's always normal. Jump to left leg side kick through. Nice. Jump to right leg side kick through. Jump to left leg side kick through. 2 more. Jump to right leg side kick through. Jump to left leg side kick through. Return to beast. Awesome. Good work, you guys. So, hint, hint, that's going to be one of the very first moves in this flow that we're going to be doing. A few things to note here. When you are twisting and turning, always with animal flow, this is my gas pedal, this is my brakes. So when I set my heel down, I should no longer be moving. What I mean by that is when I'm in my side kick through, notice I'm on my toes, I'm on my toes, I'm on my toes, I'm at the direction I want to be, I stop, and now I'm ready to stand in that position. Just one thing to note. And then, as I had said, when you're jumping, try and be really strong with it, like really add a little oomph into it. And there should be at one point both legs are not on the floor, and they're never on the floor at the same time when you're doing the jumping side kick through. So you just bloop, 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 you switch up. Awesome. Let's go ahead and practice our scorpions. We're going to go ahead and do full scorpions, meaning that our leg is going to go all the way through, but I'll give you a quick reminder and we'll walk through it slowly. So we can go ahead and set just a regular plank position. I'm going to call out right leg full scorpion. So my right leg, my right knee is going to kiss my left wrist. I'm going to bring out my leg almost like I'm creating a 90-degree angle. And then I reach my peak position. So here's my peak position. I should feel as if I can have 90 degrees. I can put a right angle in my knee to my leg. And then once I'm at this peak, I'm going to try and keep my hands touching the floor as long as possible. And I want to think about having a soft landing. Some things to note here. Arm is in guarded position. My foot is not pointed. I'm not pointing it like this. It's actually coming up. But the other foot is completely planted onto the earth. And then this is it. Let's go ahead and come to our plank position. We're going to do the other side. Left leg full scorpion. So I bring my knee out and then I bring it out and around, also as if I'm making a semicircle with my leg. Full scorpion. Boom. Awesome. Let's do that a few more times. Let's go ahead, come back to our plank. Right leg full scorpion. Kisses my left wrist. Come all the way out. Peak position, spot check, 90 degrees. And I'm going to slow, soft land. Awesome. Come back to our plank. Left leg full scorpion. Nice. You're kind of rolling on the side of your foot as you're landing. Awesome. Good job. You guys should be feeling quite warm right now. The next one we're going to do is loaded beast to wave unload. And I honestly cannot remember if my other two classes I put wave unload, so we're going to go through it right now from the very beginning. So, to set our loaded beast, if this is our beast position, our loaded beast is basically pushing ourselves back, right? If you were to think of something, how do you get action, right? How do you get momentum to go forward? So you have to step back to propel forward. Similar to as if you were to take a bow and arrow, you pull it back, bah, to go forward. So similar in animal flow, your loaded beast is almost like a trigger, right? You're loading the gun. That's essentially what you're doing in that loaded beast position. So, if I were to take beast, I'm going to tell you, set beast. I want you to pull your weight back, spread your knees wide, and then walk your hands, or slide them, depending on your floor, as far forward as possible. My knees are lifted off the floor here. Alright, so now I'm going to say wave unload. All you're going to do, keeping your head tucked, is you're going to lift up your hips. Lifting up my hips. This is not necessarily the same as a downward dog. I want to be on as high as my toes as possible, and I'm pushing my hips back. Now a wave and load, I'm going to tuck my chin in, and I'm going to almost like I'm arching my back the opposite way. I'm almost like concaving, and I'm trying to keep my head tucked as far as possible. My shoulders are going past my wrists. Once I get to this point, the very last thing that comes up is my head, and I want to bring it as far back as possible, almost as if I had eyes behind my back and they were looking at my toes. Now to come back to loaded beast, I'd say return to loaded beast. I tuck my chin, I pull my shoulder blades apart from each other, I flex my core, I come back up into this peak position, and then I bend down. Again, my knees don't touch the floor. Awesome. Go ahead and rest. I'll show you at a different angle. This might come over here. Awesome. So we're going to do 2 more loaded beast, wave unload, loaded beast, wave unload, loaded beast, and that's it. So 2 more. Let's go ahead and set loaded beast. So again, my feet are closer to each other, my knees are spread out, and they're lifted off the floor. The only thing touching the floor are my toes and my hands. Go ahead and wave unload. Bring your heels, or bring your hips up to the sky, high peak position. I'm on my tippy toes, and I'm going to tuck my chin in, and as if I'm almost arching my back this way. And then I bring my head up, I tuck my chin, I pull my shoulder blades, my scapulas away from each other, and I come into that peak position, and then I rest. Nice. Wave unload, last one, coming all the way up. If going past your wrists feel uncomfortable, then don't. You can press your feet back a little bit. For me, sometimes that feels a little uncomfortable. So don't ever go to pain. Come back, return to loaded beast, and rest. Awesome, you guys. Give yourself a little bit of a wrist break here. Again, you should be feeling warm. It's not just because I'm in the tropics, but I am sweating. Again, I'm so sorry for all of the noise, but it is what it is. Awesome. We're gonna move on, finish our last of our warm-up, and we're going to be doing ape now. So if we remember what ape position is, it's just like this. If you do not have the ankle flexibility to do this, that's totally okay. If this is all you can do, that's fine. This is all you can do. If you do have that flexibility to touch the floor, amazing. This is technically the form you want to get to. Hopefully with time, if you're one of in the group of these people, no problem. At some point, hopefully we can get our flexibility, mobility to here. However, this is a really hard position and requires a ton of flexibility. So no stress if you can't get here. Most people can't. So we're going to travel laterally side to side. We're just going to do a little bit of one left, one right, one left, one right. So if we remember how to travel, we place our hands down onto the floor about shoulder width apart. I'm going to place my hand across my body. I'm going to match the side to my foot. So I'm going to make sure that my hand is in line with this foot, meaning that my hand's not all the way out here, my hand's not here. It's in the same line as my foot. I take this hand and I go about shoulder width apart, and then I'm going to come up onto my toes. Again, right, this is my gas pedal, so anytime I'm on my toes means that you're about to be on the move. So now if I'm like this, I'm on the move. I want to keep my arms straight. I'm going to lean forward a little bit, pressing the earth, and I'm going to lift my bum up, not too high, and I'm going to place one leg at a time. Keeping that in mind, one leg places, and then the second one follows. The first leg that drops onto the floor is going to be in line with your feet. So, again, let's do that again. I place my two hands down, I lean forward, place one foot, second foot, boom, I'm in traveling ape. And now notice I'm in my heels are touching the floor, so that means I'm not moving. I want to go back. I'm going to go on my toes, place one foot, one foot. Now with style, what I had mentioned, as we continue and as we go, I really encourage you to add a little bit of style into your flows. So, meaning you could do the flow exactly how I'm telling you, but everyone's flow will look a little bit differently. Like you can kind of get really low, kind of like move a little bit of your shoulders, a little dancey to it. It's really cool to see different flows have different styles. Depending on the background that you have, if you have a dancing background, if you've done capoeira or jiu-jitsu, everybody kind of adds their own background into it. I come from a bodybuilding background, so I guess that's kind of how my flow looks like. But yeah, I encourage you to add your flow, your style. Again, I'm giving you the cues for the proper form, but that doesn't mean that it has to look exactly the way that I do it. So add a little bit of your flow and your style into it. So let's go ahead and just go back and forth, back and forth. Let's go to the left. Again, you want to think of soft landing, strong arms, soft feet. A few more here. Awesome. Great. Okay, so the last of the ape and the last of our warm-up, you go ahead and stand up and shake off your legs. I don't want to stand because I think I'm going to be out of frame if I do that, but go ahead and stand up, shake your legs off if you need to. We're going to do ape open and ape close. So essentially, if this is our ape position and I say open, you're going to take your hands, again, this is where you can add a little bit of your own style. You can go ahead and take your hands. I'm going to rise up onto my toes. I'm pushing my knees out and my palms are facing up and my arms are straight. And I say close. I'm going to now come in this way. My tops of my hands are about to kiss each other. I'm bringing my knees inside. I'm looking really small, right? I'm in this tiny, small, hurled up position. I say open. Close. Awesome. If you're not already doing it, come ahead and join me. Let's do a couple more. Open and close. Open. Close. Open. Close. Awesome. Go ahead and rest your legs. Rest your wrists, rest your legs. That was kind of a sneak peek of what the entire flow is going to look like. I'm going to say a few things back and forth. But for the most part, that's really the flow. I think there's a forward kick through that we didn't go over, but aside from that, you're ready to get the flow going. So I will go ahead and demonstrate the flow for you, just kind of show you how it's going to look like, and then we'll work our way from there. That's it. That's the flow. Woohoo! I made a little bit mistake there on one of the positions towards the very end. I wonder if you'll be able to catch it, but essentially that's it. So we're going to work through it slowly. And then we'll start to pick up the speed towards the end, and I'll do the call outs the whole time so you don't have to memorize it. So let's go ahead and get started. Let's go ahead and set our beast. Right leg side kick through. Jump to left leg side kick through. Awesome. Now from here, we're going to do a full scorpion. So I'm going to take this left leg. All I'm going to say is left leg full scorpion. I'm going to take this left leg. I place my hand back onto the floor and I come all the way around, spot check, and I come here. Awesome. Let's go ahead and start from the top. So set beast, side kick through, jump to the other side kick through, and then from there you do a full scorpion. Go ahead and set beast. Right leg side kick through. Jump to left leg side kick through. Left leg full scorpion. Beautiful. From here, do not move. We're going to take our right leg under switch to a loaded beast. That means our right leg is going to go underneath our body and we're going to end up in a loaded beast. So watch me, right leg under switch to loaded beast. Boom. I'm in a loaded beast. From here, from your loaded beast, we're going to do a wave unload. So bring your hips high. Tuck your chin. Start to move your body, shift your body forward. Last thing that should come up is your neck. Shoulders are down. Notice I'm not shrugging them to my ears. I'm looking as if I had eyes behind my back or behind my head. Return to loaded beast. I reverse the process. I meet myself in that peak position, and then I gently come back to my loaded beast. Amazing. All right, from here, from our loaded beast, we're going to do a front leg kick through. So I'm going to say left leg front step. Left leg comes up outside of that left hand, and I bring this left hand up. I'm going to say through. All that means is that this back leg is now going to go through this window that I've created without touching the floor, because the floor is hot lava. Toe is pointed, knees to the side, hand is in guarded position. I'm going to say return to loaded beast. So I'm going to come back, place that hand back, and boom, I'm back in my loaded beast position. Just go ahead and try the other side. Right leg front step. Right leg, as my right leg places onto the ground, my hand comes up. Perfect. Notice now I have a window. I'm going to say through. That back leg comes through. Perfect. Let's go ahead and pause there and start from the very beginning. So, go ahead and set beast. Right leg side kick through. Jump to left leg side kick through. Left leg full scorpion. Right leg under switch to loaded beast. Wave unload. Bring those hips high. Tuck that chin. Start to shift your weight forward. Return to loaded beast. Reverse the process. Left leg front step. Through. Return to loaded beast. Right leg front step. Through. Return. From here is all we did. Cool. Now from this position, I'm going to say pop into ape. So from here, I want us to go into our ape position. So essentially all we have to do is bring that leg back. I place this hand back further, and I press into the earth, and now I'm in ape position. So let's go ahead and practice that as if we're going to start from our loaded beast. I'm going to say right leg front step through. I'm going to say pop into ape. So let's practice that just one more time just so we can make sure that we get it through. So let's go ahead and set our loaded beast. Right leg front step through. Pop into ape. Hand comes back, pressing the earth. I'm like throwing the floor away from me. So I'm using that momentum to lift me up. Or you can use just your whole core, but that's a lot harder. Awesome. Now from this ape position, we're going to go one to the left and one to the right. So I'll say left lateral traveling ape, one, right lateral traveling ape, one. So let's go ahead and try our left lateral traveling ape. I place my hands down, I come up, one foot down, the other down, like this. I'm going to go to the right side, coming down, pressing the earth here. The very last thing we're going to do is an ape open and an ape close. So ape open, ape close. Return to ape. And that's it, you guys. That's the flow. Woohoo! Hey, I'm so stoked. I wish I could see you. I'm sure you are crushing it. Let's go ahead and run that through now. Take a little bit of break, get some water, stretch your wrists, and we'll get started in just a few seconds. Awesome. I'm going to slowly start picking up the speed. I'll go slow one more time, and we'll do the flow just a few more, maybe 2-3 times, what we say, and then call it a day from there. And that's it. And then you can keep practicing if you want. You can use this as your warm-up for a workout that you're going to do, whether you're lifting or going surfing or climbing or whatever it is, or just use this as a workout in and of itself. It's really, really, really good. I saw someone do it with ankle weights, and I was like, whoa, next level. But that might be something fun if you wanted to make it a little bit more intense for a workout. But honestly, I think it's quite a good workout in and of itself. Awesome. Let's go ahead and get started. We're going to go through the whole flow. I'm not going to interrupt too much in terms of form. So let's go ahead and see if we can make this one a little bit more fluid. So let's set beast. Right leg, side kick through. Jump to left leg, side kick through. Left leg, full scorpion. Right leg, under switch to loaded beast. Wave, unload. Return to loaded beast. Left leg, front step. Through. Return to loaded beast. Right leg, front step. Through. Pop into ape. Left lateral traveling ape 1. Right lateral traveling ape 1. Ape open. Ape close. Woohoo! That was it. That was the flow. I think we should do it 2 more times. Fast, and then we call it a day. Ah, good job. I'm so stoked. I wish I could hug you through the phone. Ah, great job, you guys. Now that you kind of understand the flow, feel free to add a little style. If you want to get a little animalistic, a little primal, when you're doing your ape, when you're doing your scorpion, feel free to add a little bit of your flavor, your style into it. Let's go ahead and give it another try. A little faster this time. I actually think the flows are a little bit easier when they're faster because you're not holding the position very stagnant. So go ahead and set beast. Right leg side kick through. Jump to left leg side kick through. Left leg full scorpion. Right leg under switch to loaded beast. Wave unload. Return to loaded beast. Left leg front step. Through. Return to loaded beast. Right leg front step. Through. Pop into ape. Left lateral traveling ape 1. Right lateral traveling ape 1. Open. And close. Woohoo! Awesome! Let's go ahead and do that one more time, and then we are done for the day. Yay! Cool. Getting your heart rate up. I know mine's going up. Stay with me. Let's take it home all the way to the end. Go ahead and set beast. Right leg side kick through. Jump to left leg side kick through. Left leg full scorpion. Right leg under switch to loaded beast. Wave unload. Return to loaded beast. Left leg front step. Through. Return to loaded beast. Right leg front step. Through. Pop into ape. Left lateral traveling ape. Right lateral traveling ape. Open. And close. Woohoo! Amazing work. If you stuck with me that whole video, kudos to you. That was such a fun flow. Thank you so much for sharing that with me. I cannot wait to continue to keep flowing with you. The flows get a little bit more and more juicy, but you get more and more stronger. So thank you guys so much. I hope that you're able to take this practice with you in your everyday life. This practice really encourages you to be so present in the moment, right? Because I'm calling left leg full scorpion, right leg under switch, so on and so forth, where you really have to connect your mind to your body. You have to be so in this moment. You can't really be thinking of other things, because in order to do the flow properly, you have to be here. So I think it's a beautiful little reminder everywhere we go to kind of take that message into our everyday actions with whatever we're doing, whether we're at work or we're talking with a friend, that we are so fully present in those moments, because life is so short. Life is so short and so beautiful. So enough of my little tangent, but thank you so much for being here, and I cannot wait to see you in the next one.